Yeah, that's how it works.
Almost killed her and beat him so bad that he's 30 years old and he'll never be able to take care of himself. So that left him with a closed head injury and stuff. So he's in a wheelchair and all that stuff like that. So I've been dealing with that for well over 30 years. But I am thankful for the counselors, the treatments, my sponsor, Ron Williams. I'll never forget him as long as I live because he's my church member.
Okay.
And we stay in breath up. He said, you seem like you're doing very well. He said, because I learned how to do things in moderation.
Okay.
I like what I do. I've been smoking marijuana since I was 10 years old. And I've been drinking pretty much all my life. But you know what? I guess they would say I'm a functioning addict.
Okay.
And I don't tell nobody, would tell anybody. Everybody can't be like me. It's just, I'm just different when it comes to that. But like I say, I can say, oh, I ain't getting none today, or I think I'm a detox for a week or so. I can shut it down. Yeah. But it's just one of the things that I like to do. I think I would rather smoke me a blunt than take all that damn antidepressant and all that different stuff. Now I agree with that. With some people, there's some things I literally tried this stuff, and I was worse off. Worse off. I had more anxiety, couldn't sleep, none of that. And because I got out the way, I said, I'm gonna see what this psychologist say. I'm gonna try this stuff. And if anybody ever tell you about they gonna take some Tallulah, baby, that's the worst.
I've heard of that one.
Worst stuff in the world. I mean, I was having panic attacks. Just jumping straight up out the bed, just like, what the hell, man? So I just learned how to do things myself personally in moderation. Learn when to say no. You don't let it control you. That's easy to say done, but I've been practicing this for over 20 years also. Okay. Well over 20 years. Okay.
So when you first came out, was it easy for you? You said you tried the antidepressants and stuff. Mm-hmm. So how long did it take you to realize, okay, that ain't it, I need to switch over? And then how did that work out?
Well, in that case, they tried to start with that stuff about 3 years ago, but it just wasn't for me. I have this thing where I say I got to feel the smokes in my lungs. I got to have that smoke. It's just what it is, and I'm gonna drink me a beer. It used to be a time where I say I'm gonna give me a gun, but I drank me a damn half a gallon of liquor. You can't even get me, man. I'm good. I don't want none of that. Something I don't deal with people. That's what that old saying is. When you trying to become clean, you got to change your people, places, and things. Yeah. You got to change them all. I mean, pretty much. You using Colgate, use Crest. Goddamn, you got Fruit of the Looms, use Hanes. Do anything, but do the same thing. And definitely the company you keep. If you know that these people are still doing the drug of your choice or drinks of your choice, you don't need to be with those folks. Right. And that's a simple. To me, that was a simple thing to do because I can count all my friends on one hand.
There you go. My uncle taught me that. He said, Pastor, once you get through living in this lifetime, you're gonna have about that one hand is all you're gonna have, and through life, death and things like that, you're gonna end up in that corner pocket. And he was holding up the number 2. Yeah. Yeah. I tried it. It took me 6 years to get 60 days with money in my pocket and a job and freedom. Right. Now, I've done that before, but I was institutionalized when I did it, or I was broke as hell when I did it.
It's easy to quit when you lock down.
Yeah, baby.
Easy to quit. You're the saint of all saints.
Yeah. Well, you know that old Bible.
Look, you know what? When I came out of the treatment center, you know what made me relapse?
What's up?
New Jack City.
New Jack City. I heard that a couple times.
Yeah, that made me. I was sitting in that movie and that leg got to doing like this here. Yeah. Got to shaking it, and I was with my first wife, the one that I got my son from, and I was hurrying up trying to get the hell out that movie theater, and I'd say I'll be back 3 days later.
Damn.
3 days later.
Yeah, when you go out to stay out.
And I had smoked my whole paycheck up and then got out there, started selling the recoup and then smoked that all up. But when I finally got sick enough and they finally tried to track me down, I was like, Nah, I'm good. I'm okay. But boy, they was my folks, them and stuff. They were not happy.
Yeah,
but they knew I didn't come up like that. My parents didn't do drugs or anything other than my dad would drink. My mom, her drug was Benson and Hedges menthol and that Coca-Cola.
Okay, I feel you on that. Yeah, I wasn't raised like that. I was raised, man. I was in etiquette classes, ballet. I was all in everything in the church. You know what I'm saying? Right. My mom and them, my grandmother worked very hard for me to be to have the mind to be successful. I wasn't given, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't just given everything. A lot of people think they like to call me spoiled because of where I'm from, but I've learned that you gotta watch who you telling your story to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had a job at 2 years old in the fields. You know, I'm from Arlington, Tennessee, where we still got our 40 acres and a mule.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even nowhere out there for you to. Now we did bootlegging.
Right. So
drinking to us was a form of wealth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It was celebratory.
Right. When
it got to the point where I started drinking by myself and crying and shit, and I'm not raised up like that, and I'm such a bubbly spirit.
Right.
I couldn't. I feel like now what I'm doing is I'm sleeping with the enemy. You know. So that's when I said, okay, I'm gonna have to try it. And I started out when I was 18. My family didn't believe me. I said, no, something's wrong with me, because this just ain't right. They said, no, Pastor, come on back on home. I come back on home. They own restaurants and stuff, so I'm always working. Now at this time, I'm working in the restaurants.
Right. And
so I went out there again. I never messed up. I never went through nothing where I said, man, I got to stop this drinking. It was just, I was known. Pastor drink you under the table. I wasn't belligerent. I didn't fight none of that. So and my friends were like, yo, you're not an alcoholic, you know. So I'm like, okay. I go back in again because now I'm sick of it sucking up all my damn money. I tried this 6 times, man. And this time, these last 2 times, when my mama got cancer, my mama asked me, she said, I'm finna go ahead and get my stuff together because my mama's wealthy. So she trying to have the money right in case anything happened in her cancer to where me and my sister don't have to fight the rest of her family.
Right.
And she said, now this gonna be my plot. This is what I want, so and so and so. I said, after 2 days of drinking, I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, okay. So she sat a bottle down. She said, because, you know, this is, I guess this is what you need for the conversation. And my mama's a drinker, too. Right. But my mama can stop whenever she wants to.
Right.
She said, okay, now what you want your plot to be? I said, Mom, what? She said, you keep on doing this shit right here. You might as well go ahead playing, because I'm telling you right now, I got cancer, baby. I don't have time to plan your funeral and do my chemo.
Right.
Man, I shot my ass up in that motherfucker, and I've been in there since.
I know that's right. That's what they say, that was sobering experience.
That was a sobering experience.
When he come to you like that, right in your face,
woo. And
if you don't accept it, then you got more deeper issues than you really thought.
You hear what I'm saying?
It usually takes something as simple as that. You know, even like that when my son got hurt, the one thing that happened to me in order to stop to get me off of cocaine, that was the last night I did, and I never forget. I was in an abandoned house in Detroit, Michigan. An abandoned house now. And I'm sitting up there on this old couch. I don't know who been on this couch or whatever.
Yeah. And
I had done smoked about a couple of 8 balls, just beaming.
Damn.
And I'm sitting there, laying there and looking at the walls, and I asked the Lord one question. I said, is this what my life's supposed to be?
Yeah, that was mine.
And you know what? I went straight to sleep.
Damn.
And I woke up. When I woke up, I walked up out that damn house. And I was like, that's done.
Nice.
That's done.
Nice.
But it take that, I say it's beyond our strength.
It really is.
We have to give that away because it's so powerful. Well, at least I could say for as using drugs, narcotics, and being in NA and all this, it was bad. The liquor, like you said, I didn't have no problem with it.
Yeah.
But I used to do it.
Yeah.
But I was doing just trying to, I don't know if I would call myself numbing the pain or what. I just say I ain't hurt nobody.
There you go. I ain't hurt nobody else. This ain't affected nobody else.
Every last one of us got that same story. It's not hurting nobody else. It's just on me. It's on me. But your family over there dying.
don't know where you gonna end up.
Where you gonna
seeing mother? Because it happens to me now that I have friends in AA, and just had a friend they found in his sober living place, dead, overdose, OD, with fentanyl in his pocket, in his bed, at his sober living. So they see stories like that, like me, and I'm up all damn night pacing. That's why now one thing I'm doing with this podcast is I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Lord Jesus, if you need somebody, call me. I don't know you. I don't gotta know you.
Right.
But somebody got to love you, man.
Somebody got to love you, man, and understand your plight. Because people ain't never been there could always try to tell you what to do. But you can't tell me what to do if you don't know what the experience is like.
You cannot. It's a whole different thing when that thing talking to you.
Right.
When it's talking to you and you by yourself.
It's thinking.
Yeah, thinking. Yeah. Man, this was a pleasure, man.
Same here.
This was a pleasure. You too.
I'll run across your podcast at some point.
You will. Oh, I ain't finna stop on this. You are. Plus, I'm out here and I ain't got no car right now, so Uber is the only way I get around. Thank God I'm blessed enough to where I work where it ain't, it ain't hurt me. I know this is what I'm be doing for a minute. So,
right.
Yeah, we gonna come across again.
Yes, man, we sure will.
All right, man. Thank you. Yes, I love that. Those are the stories, y'all. That's what I mean by getting naked. That right there, that guy just Uber driver just told me, and I'm not gonna do names as far as when it comes to people. Everybody don't want their name out there, but that was his story and how he dealt with his addiction and what happened with his addiction. See, this podcast is not just for people who have decided to remain off of alcohol for the rest of their life. But I want some people to understand, listen, this is a journey though, right? So whatever your journey is, call in 901-325-3951. I'll put you on the podcast. Tell me your story. Tell me what was up. Tell me what you didn't like about the medicine. Tell me what you didn't like about the insurance. Tell me what you loved about it. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I'm hoping that's going include a movement. Include a movement. Because some of us are suffering because we don't have an outlet. Some of us are not suffering and we have an outlet. Let's get together. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. Man, I'm loving it. I hate I didn't start this at a younger age. Listen, y'all have a beautiful day. That was Podcast in the Uber. Love.